decided to move our entire family to his native country, the Gambia, West Africa. This is our journey. We are the Sinyans. So, because we have been traveling back and forth, we have decided to homeschool our kids. And this is where you will find us most weekdays sitting at the dining room table, going over our lessons, practicing our Wolof language, and just doing our homeschool stuff. One of the things that I asked the girls to do last week was to create a podcast. So I told them, I said, you need to create a podcast, a logo, a name for the podcast, um, and I want you to create talking points, introductory, and an outro to the podcast. And I think they did a really good job. Actually, I think they did an excellent job. So I am going to play the podcast for you guys so that you can hear the girls talk to you about what they learned and their experience. So enjoy. Remember to leave a comment and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Talk to you later. Bye.
It's a 30-minute, 30 Gambian talk. Let's go.
Hey everyone!
And today we're going to be talking about
Gambia.
And these two topics, school and traffic and driving. Let's get started. Number 1.
Schooling! Well, the schools are very different from the schools in America. Like, the schools in America have a lot of things, but the schools in Africa have a lot of things as well. Well, for instance, the school we go to has no windows and a lot of sand. Everywhere. Everywhere. Literally everywhere. You go somewhere, everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Like I said, everywhere. Except for the classrooms and the staff and principal's room.
And like we said on why we're talking about this is because everything is so different there. And why they're different is because the way they teach and discipline is crazy. And it can make you emotionally unstable.
Yeah, really, really unstable.
And here's the evidence. They legit, for the discipline, they have small pipes. Just to have so you can get whooped if you don't get a question right. Like, legit, if you don't get a question right, they just have small pipes, and then you just, like, walking around, and you're like, oh, yeah, time to go to my class, and then you go into your class, and you get a question wrong, they legit beat you with the pipe.
It's really, really weird, and it makes me very uncomfortable. I don't like it, like, at all.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all from personal experience.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we have some examples. And also kids just walk around outside freely.
Not only that, the kids go off of campus sometimes to go eat. They have stores, like little shops on the inside of the school campus where you could go and like get the food and stuff. It's actually really nice. Some of the food's spicy, some of the food's not spicy. There's like ices that Yabasi and I get a lot because sometimes we're just not hungry. But
the food is okay. They're not the best. They might be just some potatoes and some bread with some jimbo or any type of seasoning you want. I kind of got very, very sick of it, and almost made me throw up the last time I had one.
I like potato and bread. It's really good, unless you don't do it right. Because if you don't do it right, I ain't gonna eat it.
Yeah, and here's one example of the way they teach is very different. Which there's this one time that none of my teachers came to my class. and I swear it was like crazy. Like it was very, very hectic. And the only reason was that they didn't come back to class is because it was exam time.
Oh, so that's what was going on. I just thought they didn't want to come to school.
I thought that too, but it was because of exams. So
Man, these teachers are like,
that's why
I don't
they
want to
didn't
come to
come.
school.
And also for the discipline, if you, like I said earlier, if you get anything wrong, they will beat the heck out of you.
But if sometimes they don't have a pipe in the room though. But sometimes they get a broom, like, since like there's like little brooms, like hand brooms that you can use to clean the room, the classroom, and they will beat you with that.
It's not
It hurt.
It's not like those big old brooms that you have in America. It's like a little broom made from
like
kind of like twigs, like what is that?
Like straw?
Like like straw.
Yeah, like straw.
And then they tie it.
Yeah, they tie it.
And then you can just sweep with it. It's actually pretty good to sweep with. So if you guys want to try that,
once you get to know how it works, because the first time how it was like really complicated for me, because obviously she knew she got it right away. I was like, oh snap, how am I gonna be able to do this stuff? So
I feel like I just didn't want to do it. Honestly.
Okay. Sometimes I didn't want to do it because they had this chart thing for like who would do the floors and who would go outside and pick up the trash. So one day it was my day and I didn't want to do it. So someone else did it for me while I went outside and just go around the place.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about from yours?
Yeah. So you know how schools have water fountains? Yeah, they have water fountains, but it's from a tap, like the tap that you like the ones that you go to outside to go fill up like water balloons, or the ones you use for a hose and stuff. Like, yeah, they have that type, and it's actually not that close to my classroom, our classrooms, because like our school, it's more outdoorsy than it is like indoors. Like I said, they barely have windows, and once you get out, like they have columns for 8th grade, for 7th grade, and 9th grade. They don't have 6th grade because sixth grade, it's as the way how they say it, it's like how do you say it again? It's like they say the 6th grade is in like elementary. They say 6th grade is elementary school, and that's kind of confusing. But that's how it is. It's how it is. The fountain, I don't really know. Like the way how I describe it, it's kind of like you're going into a forest and you just find that there, like a sword.
Like a sword and a stone.
Yeah.
Like it's I don't even know how to explain.
It's majestic until people start coming in and just crowding around to get some water.
And it's like around a bunch of moss. It's actually very beautiful, but then the tap itself doesn't look great.
Yeah, and when you touch the moss, you're just like, ew! I touched moss! Ew, I'm gonna be so infected!
And I don't know if they wash it, and I've never been to the bathroom there.
Oh my god. I've been to the bathroom, and I got stuck one time, and I had to call my mom to like tell her, Mom, help, I'm stuck in the bathroom. And she was like, okay, hang on, are there any teachers? I'm like, no, there aren't any teachers. And for like a split second, I go, Mom, there's a mosquito! There's a spider in this bathroom! Mom, help! And she's like, Ida, hang on, kill it. I don't know where it went. It smells so bad in here. So then they finally came, like my mom and my aunt came, and they like, not my aunt, like my cousin came with my mom, and like we got out, like they got me out, and yeah, that happened, like, and I just missed half of the class that day. Yeah, and that was like the talk for like 3 days. That was the talk that an American girl got stuck in the bathroom for like it was actually a whole 3 weeks. That's how they talked about it in my class, in the area I was in.
That's pretty crazy. I don't think I've ever had a crazier experience like that. But Gambia is a actually beautiful place. I really like.
really beautiful.
The schools are good. The people are nice there, though.
Yeah, they're really nice. And around you can like the only thing like the one things that you do see are how the culture is, how the food is. You can smell the food from every corner. You're just like, delicious food. And
I
then
know.
and then you just see like animals going around like dogs, cats. Uh, there's no rabbits. They don't have rabbits there. Uh, lizards, lizards and stuff, and like cows. There's cows like they roam around on the streets, and you're just like, whoa, it's a herd of cows, and it's just like really insane. It's really cool. Not only that, um, like one of the things you do see is that Gambia is mostly filled with black people. You don't see white people unless or a tourist. There's like a tourist area, and you can go there. We go there sometimes. You can go there and you can see so many people there who came for vacation or for work, and they actually have American food there that's like good. And there's like Chinese areas where you can go and get some food and that'd be
But
delicious.
we're getting off topic.
Sorry.
We have to head to
Traffic and driving.
yay.
Yeah.
Tell us about traffic and driving.
So in Gambia, they have no traffic lights at all,
Absolutely not.
except for one. And the place that the traffic light is in is called Traffic Light. The legit street name is called Traffic Light. I'm pretty sure it's just called Traffic Light. I have to check. I'm pretty sure it's just called Traffic Light, but it's just called Traffic Light.
It's called traffic. Like I didn't
like
even
Traffic
realize.
Light Road.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah,
I don't look outside more like a lot in the car.
It's yeah, we have a phone addiction, but we're not gonna talk about that.
I read books as well.
We're not gonna talk about that in this. So, and also there's no stop signs, no signs at all unless somebody handmade a stop sign or any type of sign. Honestly, yeah, there's no stop signs at all.
Crazy.
So it's very, very chaotic.
So the thing is, like, we are a family of 5, and we all drive in our cars that we brought with us, or just a car that we have. And in the middle of that, like, you're like, just imagine this, like, you're driving. The driving is insane, and then it's very insane, especially when your dad has road rage, like a lot. First it's like very boring or whatever, and then you hear that someone honked their horn, and then you feel the car speed up, and then your dad puts down the window, and he starts shouting at them in Wolof, which you do not understand at all, and it's just funny because you don't understand anything what's going on.
Yeah, that happened a couple of times. Somebody just jumps in front of my dad, and he swerves into, he swerves into the other lane, gets in front of them, and starts speeding up. Like, one time, me and my sister didn't have our seatbelts because that's legal there, and it felt like we were almost gonna fall out the car.
I felt like I was gonna fall out of my seat and then head towards the window.
Like, we were.
I felt like that.
Like, felt like we were.
Like,
in
it
space,
runs
levitating.
like speeding the car runs in the family. On my dad's side of the family, it runs in the family. Like, when my parents were in America, for instance, like, my uncle was taking care of us driving the car, and then he just, like, we were going to school, and he was driving so fast. We're like, what is going on?
Honestly, and when you're there, no matter who you are, no matter if you are Gambian or if you're not, you can just start driving nonstop, which is actually very cool. And other people will just jump in front of you. They're at the junction, and then you're just going, and then they're just sitting there. And then, no, to be honest, they don't just sit there. They actually just, when they come forward, they come out. They just keep going. They don't stop because there's no stop signs.
They don't wait. There's no stop signs. There's no traffic lights. There's no traffic people who help with that. No, there's none of that, actually. None of that at all. And you also have to be very, very, very careful because, like, sometimes people drive really fast. Like, for instance, there's this one time my dad was driving, then this other guy got in front of him and then drove really fast and then stopped. Just legit stopped. And then my dad, like, we almost got into a car accident because of that. And then they pulled to the side, and my dad was, like, yelling at the guy, and the guy was just smiling, right? And you're like, oh, that's so weird. Of course it is. The guy was smiling like a psychopath. Like, you guys were just about to get hit. I don't care. And nothing happened after that.
And the police will do nothing.
They'll just be like, oh yeah, just forgive them. What do you mean forgive them?
They almost ran over me like I was in an action movie. Like, they almost ran over me with their car.
Exactly. Like, how are you supposed to forgive them? How am I supposed to forgive them if I'm dead? Do you expect my soul to be put back into my body to say, oh yeah, I forgive you, then go back up to the heavens?
I mean, honestly, and I know. And there was this one time this guy just drove right in front of my dad without stopping to look for other cars. Like I said earlier, how they just jump in front of you without doing anything to try to prevent an accident from happening.
You also have to be very, very cautious because sometimes some of these cars, like my dad said, some of these cars don't have brakes. Like, good brakes. And sometimes they can go really fast. Like Yapsy said, she almost got run over. And they can go really fast. Like this one time, there's this little girl that my mom and sister saw that got ran over. And then something else happened. And I was, like, so confused. I'm like, whoa, what happened? And so they told me. I'm like, oh, well, then dang, that just happened. But not only that, you also have to be very, like I said, very, very careful. Because they will hit you. They won't check if you're okay. They won't stop. At least some of them. And they will speed away. They will speed away like someone is chasing them. Like a ram is chasing them. Like they have a red car and a ram is chasing them. Or a bull, for instance. And the police won't do anything because you don't see them anywhere.
There's only some places where you can see police stations, but other than that, no police anywhere.
Like, at all. At all. It's weird. I mean, yeah, I understand, but still, like, super weird. And the government's not really that bad.
Yeah, we love the government.
Apart from the fact that during the time when it's like a presidential things, they will turn off the lights at night. And you're just like, no. It's just weird. It's weird.
Honestly. Now on to our next topic. The last one, it is
Q&A.
Yup. We have a Q&A and we have lovely Yana to come and help us.
Our lovely cousin.
To do our Q&A. Hit us.
The first question, how was the school?
You see, we kind of explained that to you guys, how the school was.
Oh, we forgot the fact that we have to wear uniforms. It's required.
And how they told us that it was required to go to studies.
Yeah, studies on Sunday and on the weekend. Not only that, you know how you have like breaks, like spring break and summer break and fall break and stuff like that? Our spring break and fall breaks are like how do I say this? Like 2 weeks.
Like
at least 2 weeks.
Our last one was 2 to 3 weeks, and they were like, "Oh yeah, that's all we need." Our friend Fatise, we love you, Fatise.
We love you, girl.
But she said, "That's all we need. That's all I need. I miss school anyway, and stuff like that."
I'm looking at her like, what?
Like, girl, we need time for ourselves. You know, hot girl summer. You know,
and they're like. For that, they're just for the break 2 weeks. For when it's like a holiday, it's a whole entire like kind of like month thing. You're just like,
no,
why? Why is this why?
Holidays is the same, like how
Yeah,
it is
holidays.
in America. Like,
Holidays is the same.
What
One
is
to
your
2 weeks.
opinion on the school overall?
Don't do anything bad.
Yeah, just don't
Make
be
sure to
bad.
clean your uniform, or else you're gonna be looking like you just went to a dumpster.
Yeah, and make sure your uniform fits. Cause one time I couldn't find my uniform that fit, and then I had to go with the big one, and everybody was laughing at me.
Dang, you didn't tell me that. That's messed up. That is messed up. They bullying you.
Well, let's go on to the next question. What is the schedule for the school?
The schedule?
Hmm.
The schedule, not for our schedule in Gambia in general. You wake up, if it's around school time, you wake up at like 7 to 8, get ready, get in the morning, brush your teeth, maybe even take a shower.
If you have enough time and your friend is not banging on your door telling you, "Hey, we gotta go."
And let's see. Also,
You
what
have
else
to
do we do
walk
in
to
the morning?
school.
Yeah, we have to walk to school.
Yeah, you have to walk to school, and the school is actually kind of a little bit far if you take the long
If you take
way.
the long route, it's gonna be pretty far. If you don't take
Yeah.
the longest route, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay.
Yeah,
Cheer up.
cheer up.
So, let's see. What else do we do? If it's not a school day, you just get up. If it's a party day, though.
Oh my gosh, not the parties, man, not the parties. We don't talk about the parties. Kidding, we're gonna talk about the parties anyways.
Saying party. For question number 3, how are the parties in general?
They're very chaotic. If you put somebody, okay, let's see. Bring your most chaotic friend and double them by 60.
Yeah,
Maybe even 100.
yeah.
Even 1,000.
The parties are actually really chaotic. People are like some people are like in America. Some people are like, oh yeah, the parties here are really chaotic. Have you been to an African party with like middle school and high school kids?
And yes, you can go to parties as kids. That's most of the parties that they have there are for kids, honestly.
And it's truly crazy, especially when you're in a group with friends and then boys just come and try to hit on you.
So there's 3 to 4, maybe 3 or 4 types of people in parties. Number 1, the boys that come up to you, slap your butt, and run and pretend that they didn't do anything.
That's crazy.
And boys who touch your butt but look at you. That happened to Yabasi once, and I just looked at the kid, and his friend came and said, "Oh, he's sorry," and just ran away.
Yeah. Number 2, you have the couple that are legit dancing on each other like they're in the club.
Twerking.
Like they're adults or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, can y'all leave room? Leave room.
Boo! Get out of the way!
Leave room for Allah.
And what was it? 2, 3, 3?
Yeah, 3.
Number 3.
Number 3, the
people that just stand on the side.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I am one of them.
We just stand on the side and watch the whole thing happen. And 4, the people that go off that are in the party and then you just see them disappear. You have your cousin right next to you. Your cousin's like, I'm gonna be back, and your cousin leaves, and then you're like, where's my cousin?
And they're just straight up gone, and then you don't see them until the next morning.
And then you're with your friend, and you're like, where is my cousin? And they're like, let's go look for them. And you look everywhere, and you still don't find them until you're about to leave, and your cousin blames you for leaving them.
What sense does that make? None.
But that's totally not from experience. Next.
It's from experience, guys.
For number 4, how are the teachers there? Like, what do they feel about y'all?
Okay, so the teachers are not the best. They don't come to class. They're very rude if you get on their bad side. And they make a lot of jokes.
A lot of jokes. We had a gym teacher that would make jokes, and he would mistake me for my sister. Kind of reminds me of Mr. Doherty, our gym teacher in elementary school.
That could most likely break your heart. There was this one teacher that I was like, they were um, when you eat, what do you eat for? I'm like, what do you eat? Not like eat for. I think yeah. What do you eat for? And I'm like, you eat for like protein. And some people are like to be healthy and stuff like that. And you know, you eat protein in your food or something like that. I don't remember what I said. Okay. And he was like, oh, you eat for protein. They're like, you obviously can't eat. I don't know something because she only eats for protein. And then the next day at school, we were learning about protein.
Yabasi taught that teacher right. That's my sister.
It was the whole entire. It was the next page in the book, and he was making fun of me, and it legit broke my heart. I was about to cry. Like my parents were like, "You better go back up there and tell him that you do eat for protein. Protein is in all types of food." And I was like, okay. I didn't actually do it because the next thing we were learning about was protein.
She was hyped. She was hyped. The only thing she was talking about, I'm gonna tell that teacher. I'm gonna tell that teacher I was right. I'm gonna tell the teacher I was right. And then the next thing I know, Ida, we were learning about protein.
But I was also kind of scared because if I got like suspended or whooped,
they suspend her, they suspend me, and if they spank you, I tell mom.
They spank me.
I can't.
They spank me.
They spank both of us, and then we tell mom.
Okay.
But we also have experience in other things.
So Ida, tell us about that time where that teacher chasing students with a stick.
Oh yeah. I was walking back from one of my classes, and I saw one of the teachers, the same one that hit Yabasi with a pipe.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about soon. We were walking, or I was walking with one of my friends and just like talking with them, and then I looked to the side, and then like my friend, she started running. I'm like, where are you going? And then like this teacher, he just he picked up a stick. He was running at top speed. Picked up a stick and threw it at the kid. Headshot the kid, and the kid kept running, rubbing his head. And I'm like, nope, I'm getting out of here. So I ran back to my class.
I'd be crying if I was that kid.
Yeah, I would have been crying too.
And also that time when I got whooped, which is, let's just say that's multiple times. I didn't do anything wrong, okay? There was this one time we were walking back to our class, and we heard the bell ring, but we were so close, so we just kept walking. And then the teacher, I saw these boys run past us, and the teacher threw the pipe at them, and I was like, ow, because it hit my leg. And I thought he didn't mean to hit my leg because my parents are like, oh yeah, they're not gonna hit you and stuff like
we
that.
We signed a contract. They're not gonna hit you.
And then he came up to me. He grabbed my arm and then hit me legit directly on my booty. It hurt.
He hit her. He hit my sister. Then I heard her say ow, and I turned around and I see him coming towards me. And I started dashing. I'm like, nope. Goodbye.
And I couldn't even run that fast because I was hurting.
And Yabasi was crying.
I was crying the whole time. And people felt bad for me. But I was like, y'all know you ain't feel bad for me because y'all been through this so many times.
And not only that, we went home. We told our mom and our dad. And then, my mom, the next day, she went to the school and confronted the teacher. And in the middle of that, got the principal involved.
Girl boss. That's what he called.
And then the principal's like, did you do this on purpose? And he was like, and I guess in his...
Oh, yeah, it was just a playful way. You can't play with somebody and legit directly hit them with the whole entire pipe and say you were just playfully playing with them.
Yeah, and I guess, like, in his mind, he was like, oh, yeah, like, I have 3 options. Either I tell them I did, or I tell them, oh, no, it's a playful thing. That's it. And I'm just like, bro, what? What? And it's just completely insane. It doesn't make any sense. But I was also told by one of my teachers that I had that I didn't know how to cook or sew, and she told me directly in front of all my friends and said, "You are a disgrace to your family if you don't know how to cook or clean or do anything." And I'm standing there in complete shock, like, what the heck? What the heck, lady?
Next.
So, moving on to the next question. How is the food over there?
The food is delicious.
It is the best cuisine I have ever tasted.
The food is everything. Even though it's just rice, which can kind of sometimes get annoying, it's the best. And you know what the best food is? Come in close. Rice.
That
Rice.
is true.
That's the only food that's there, so
Yeah, it's good too.
it's the best food because it's the only thing there. I mean, I have nothing else to say.
Absolutely nothing. I mean, like, you just like, oh yeah, we have the best cuisine. Have you tasted shawarma?
Legit.
Shawarma.
But also, the best rice is the one that they have at the baby showers and weddings. Oh my goodness.
And then they have cake. The cake doesn't taste like cake. It tastes like they just put
It just tastes like
butter.
frosting. Yeah, it just tastes like butter.
butter. I
Straight
mean,
up butter.
I eat it. Yeah, but see, she doesn't eat it. She doesn't like it a lot. But I eat it. It's good, sort of.
Yeah. Now on to our next question, so we can wrap up.
Number 6. How is the weather over there? I'm really curious. We are really curious to find out.
The weather,
That's very.
it's hot.
The weather is. It's,
Hot.
yeah, hot. Let's just say hot. We totally did not get into basically a whole entire flash flood into our house, and then we had to move to a different house, and then my dad got sick from at that house, and then he had to move to the other house with us, and then we got sick at the other house, and we all got pink, like the Gambian pink eye.
That thing, I don't even think it's called pink eye anymore over there, guys.
It's called death eye.
It's death eye. You get it? You can't see. You close your eyes, you can't see.
You don't even know.
Your eyes are just so puffy and so weird looking, and you're just like, oh my gosh! You have to wear sunglasses everywhere.
Yeah, the weather, it's hot at night. It's hot.
There's
in the-
mosquitoes,
In the morning, it's cold.
which is
but
weird.
Yeah, we did not get into a flash flood in our house.
Definitely didn't get to a flash.
Moving on to the next, so we can wrap up. But talking about the weather, yeah, it's very crazy. But let's move on to the
There's
next
no snow.
one. Yeah, there's no.
For the last question, what are the clothing like?
The clothing is beautiful.
Very
honestly.
beautiful, but also very. I would say, for me, in my point of view, I would say kind of uncomfortable.
It's not like the clothing you would normally have in America. Yes, they have pants. Yes, they have normal shirts. But it's honestly an amazing sight to see everybody wearing something original. You don't see the same, like somebody's wearing in America. You see somebody wearing Nikes, and then the next second you see somebody else wearing Nikes.
I am obsessed with Nike.
In Gambia, you see somebody wearing a really pretty dress, maybe like a little tiny cut on the side with ruffles on one side, and then the next person you see, they have a like kind of like a big but kind of small dress and with a whole different design, and it's just so beautiful.
Not only that, they are very beautiful, but also kind of uneasy to walk in.
I remember one time we went to a party and I wore a dress that was like kind of tight, and it was very hard to walk in.
It was actually very hard, and I tripped and fell on my dress one time.
But I think that's gonna be it. So thank you for coming and listening to the 30-minute
Gambian talk.
Bye bye.
See
We're
ya.
out.
We
Peace
are out.
Peace out.
Have a good day
Bye-bye.
or good night.
Bye.
Love you all.
I know you're a fool for them.
You guys ready?
Yeah, single handshake, y'all. Come on.
Alright, let's do this.
Yo Kanla, I am 10 and my name is Yabasi. Yo Kanla, I am 13, my name is Ida. Yo Kanla,
My name is Simone and I'm the mommy.
Yo Kanla.
My name is Daddy, and I'm Papa Diddy Pop. Papa Diddy Pop. Papa Diddy Pop. Papa Diddy Pop. Papa Diddy Pop.
Bye man. Who are we? The Sinyan family.
Hey.
Who are we? The Sinyan family.
Hey.
Who are we? The Sinyan family.
Hey.
Show them who you are.
Really?
So different